Hello there cheeky potatoes and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, then my name is Raisa. So if you haven't been following my videos about my fitness before, then you wouldn't know that I have like a lot of issues with my legs, and I'm trying to find out what they are, and I'm having physio at the moment, but I'm also doing a lot of my own research by reading scientific articles and even just trying out corrective exercises myself. Even if they've not been prescribed to me, the NHS isn't that good, to be honest. This video is from 9th of December, and what you'll see, like how I have made a bit of progress, but it doesn't ever get that far, but I always try new things, and these have sort of worked for me and I'm still doing them, but right now I'm not doing like any lower body exercises just because my leg and ankle keeps getting very irritated. So I do hope that it gets better, but I just start every session by foam rolling my quads and just making sure that it feels like the tension has been released. So you might need to spend a few seconds on a knot if you feel it. So I've done my adductors before, but this is the only way that it seems like I can get into it with a foam roller, which is to put my leg really straight, and then obviously to kind of go in at this angle. And if you need more weight on it, then I suggest putting weight plates on your leg, and it doesn't have to be directly above the foam roller either. So next I'm just going to use a lacrosse ball on the side of my quad, so near the IT band, and this area was really painful for me. Also just kind of above the knee area as well. So in this part here you can really see I'm trying to get it to the outer edge of my quad, because I think this is a very hard area to get into just with a foam roller, and it's a lot deeper with a lacrosse ball. Next I'm rolling out my TFL, so if your glutes don't really work that well, this is quite important to roll them out. Also, like if your knees do cave in, then this might be very tight. So as you can see, I'm trying to bring the knee that's on the side where the ball is up towards my chest and back down again to release the tension there, because I do find it hard to do some sorts of cardio. What I've done is just doing some sort of core exercise, going up on my elbows and then back on my hands, to try and warm my body up before I begin to do my stretches. And then I did realise that my adductors are very tight, and they will be tight if your glutes are weak and if your knees drop in. So I'm just stretching them here. This is a static stretch where you put your feet against the wall and you can pull yourself forward. I'm just trying to keep my back as straight as possible here, and then pulling myself forwards gently just to feel that stretch along the inside of my thighs. So this is a kind of weight bearing adductor stretch, where it's kind of like a side lunge or goalie stretch. I can't really get down into a squat of it, so I found this technique for rolling out your hamstrings on, I think it was a Smashworks video. I'll link it if I can find it. And basically, instead of just putting a lacrosse ball under your hamstring, you also put a weight on top of your leg, and to really make sure you get the knots out. It's not that clear in the shot here, but I'm using a band for like a sort of dynamic hamstring stretch. There's so many ways to stretch out your hamstrings, but this is just a way that I really felt it. So by holding my top leg up with the band and then bringing my opposite leg down slowly, and you can really feel it. So I'm briefly stretching out my hamstrings and calves here by doing a downward dog. and this is just to prepare myself for pigeon pose. So I brought my leg up and I brought the leg through. You really want to aim for the front leg to get to a 90-degree angle if possible, but if you really can't, you can tuck something under the knee that's at the front. And then to get into the stretch deeper, I've gone down onto my forearms and tried to get my head to the floor, but don't worry if you can't do this and you're trying to do it. And then basically I've just brought my left leg up to really stretch my quad out, and I've held onto my foot. But also, if you can't do this, don't worry, it's just a kind of 3-in-1 stretch, so this would also stretch out your chest muscles as well. Try and face forward when you do it too, and then I'm just preparing to do this on the other side. This is a method to try and activate my glute. So I'm just lying on my side and I've brought my leg slightly behind my other leg. Really try and keep your hips stable, and I've pointed my toe, and you should be able to feel it if there's nothing wrong with your glutes. You shouldn't expect this to make your glutes bigger, but it will definitely activate your glutes before any exercises. Here I'm just going into a glute bridge, so you really want to carefully peel your spine up. And if you really want to feel this in your glutes, then just try and squeeze your thighs, but don't let your knees cave in, and also hold it for a few seconds at the top, and I guarantee you should feel that if your glutes again are working. And then another technique I'm using here is to try and go down into a squat whilst holding onto a squat rack, and to try and squeeze my glutes, but it just doesn't really work that well on the left for me still. Again, watching this back, you can see that my knees hardly come forward, so that's definitely to do with my ankle. So if you have this, then I'd look into doing some ankle mobility. I wanted to keep this video short and sweet, so that's why I split it up into stretches and the strengthening side. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. See you next time, cheeky potatoes.